TCI Sports High School Football Game of the Week. Tonight from Ferndale High School, it's the Berkley Bears taking on the Ferndale Eagles. Hello again, everyone. Dave Zorin along with Joe Abramson here at Ferndale High School here at Hanson Field on homecoming night, where the Ferndale Eagles hope to turn things around this season against the Berkley Bears. Joe, the Berkley Bears have a pretty potent team compared to the Eagles.
Yeah, the Bears are only 1-2, but hey, they got a little tough schedule early on. The Eagles, on the other hand, 0-3. Charlie Morgan just looking for any kind of victory for his team here on their homecoming. But Berkley, with a new coach, Jim Cowdery, this might be a chance for them to really establish their program, get back to even 2-2, and then get really into this league season.
Okay, one of the guys that we'll be looking at for the Berkley Bears is Anthony Jones.
Yeah, Anthony Jones getting over 100 yards a game. He's the main guy they're going to go to. They run a lot of option. They run varied formations. They're going to keep the ball on the ground most of the time. Might put the ball up 12, 15 times tonight. But Anthony Jones is the guy to keep an eye on for the big play tonight.
Okay, on the other side, a name that we've called before, Randy Royal, a big basketball player, and now he's got to take the lead here in the football field.
Yeah, and Randy Royal, just a tremendous athlete, and their top receiver. He's got 2 touchdown catches. He's also the leading tackler on the team, so, you know, he really is a heck of an athlete. We mentioned before, we've seen him in basketball. When you're 0-3, it's hard to keep guys in the team frame of mind, but that's what Charlie Morgan's trying to do. Still, you might have to go to your best player at some point tonight, and that probably is Randy Royal. Okay, homecoming night here for the Ferndale Eagles, hoping to turn it around. We'll see what they can do with the kickoff right after these messages. The TCI Sports Game of the Week is brought to you by Modernistic Carpet Cleaning, Comet Burgers in Royal Oak, Mike's Market Share Coupon Book, and by Bell Tire.
I'm the king.
The rock and roll?
No, coupons. I'm Mike Gauthier. Some people call me the king of coupons because nobody brings you bigger savings than my Market Share Coupon Book. Having trouble saving money? Then do what the Tripp family does. Carry the book, Mike's Market Share Coupon Book. You'll save thousands on things you use every day, like eyeglasses, oil changes, and cleaning from companies you trust. But you can't save unless you carry the book. Remember, you'll save a king's ransom using my Market Share Coupon Book.
Rumor has it, Comet Burgers is definitely the place to be seen in downtown Royal Oak. After the party, out for dinner, just looking for cold soft drinks, great burgers and fries, milkshakes or pizzas. Comet Burgers is the place to run into just about anybody.
Excuse me. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Even old what's-his-name. Comet Burgers, they're out of this world.
When you call Modernistic, we'll show up with this. $35,000 worth of carpet and upholstery cleaning technology. Call the competition, they'll probably show up with this. Our truck-mounted equipment can professionally clean your carpets with 10 times the power of portable cleaners, removing dirt, harmful bacteria, pollens, and more. The competition can't. Of course, there is one thing the competition does that we can't. They make a lot more noise.
Modernistic, count on us.
So the tire store guy says, great deal on them tires. You want valve stems? No thanks. Your tires won't work without valve stems. They're extra. Then he told me all the other extras I needed. So guess what happened to my great deal on them tires?
Only Bell Tire gives you out-the-door pricing. You get the guaranteed lowest price, and at Bell Tire, it's the total, complete, everything's included price with absolutely no extras ever.
Bell Tire.
Nobody comes close, nobody's closer.
Welcome back to the TCI Game of the Week. Just in time for the kickoff. Bobbled back there by Damiel Schwartz, and he picks it up at about the 5-yard line, and he goes down the line and makes it out to about the 11-yard line where he goes out of bounds. So Damiel Schwartz brings it out.
Tell you what, almost a disaster, though, because he went to his knees to pick that up. Fortunately for him, he got up before he got the ball. Otherwise, they'd have been down on the 3.
Last year, you can see how these teams did. 2-7 overall for Berkley, 4-5 overall for Ferndale. Now you see these are the records for the current season: 1-1, 2-1 overall, and that should be 1-2. And no wins for Ferndale. So the Ferndale Eagles trying to get their first win of the season here on homecoming night. And it is a warm homecoming night, a almost summer-like evening.
And when I got here, it was about 84.
Still in the 80s, huh?
It was in the 80s. I got here around 6.
And they go to the air quickly and complete to number 21, the guy we talked about, the guy they got to go to, Randy Royal, and they get him on the quick slant, and similar to what they used to throw Mr. Jones when they had him.
That's right, Elvin Jones, and boy, if they can get that kind of production out of Randy Royal, that'd be tremendous. You know, he's similar body size, 6'3", 210. Elvin's maybe an inch taller, but you get a good athlete like that in the open field, and maybe you know, break something open.
And head coach Charlie Morgan was here when Elvin Jones was here. He's been here 6 years. This is his second year as head coach. We'll get a shot of him later. 2nd and 4 now for the Eagles. They go to the ground, muscling for maybe a couple of yards, but being tackled there by number 40.
Number 40 is a player to be named later.
Player to be named later, and the Berkley squad. Let's take a look and see the ground attack so far for the Eagles.
Yeah, it's a quick run up the middle by Jake Perry. Jake Perry's got about 230 yards, getting about 5 yards a carry. Not quite up to the average on that play. 3rd down and 3 to go now.
Again to the ground. And getting close to the 1st down. And I believe he got it. And the Eagles doing well.
That was Perry again.
Yep.
And you watch him, same play, just this time to the right side, and he was able to get some blocking, get through, and able to get the 1st down for them.
So the Eagles, on their first drive, pick up a 1st down. Just over the 22-yard line at about the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 there. And again, going to the ground. Delano McKinney, the quarterback, on the handoff, and again to Perry.
Yeah, and that time Perry, you know, somebody else is going to get credit for the tackle, but the real stop was made by Eric Welsh. He's the one who met him in the backfield, stopped, knocked him backwards, maybe a step or two, slowed him up, and he was never able to get anything after that.
2nd down, and a little more than 9. Close to 10, not much on the carry. Just underway here at Ferndale. Nice cut by Perry, cuts back. But he only gained about 2 or 3 yards and finally pushed back.
Shut down by John Burks, number 33, a linebacker, also a fullback. Now, I was told by some people that follow high school football during the week, hey, keep an eye on Burks. This guy's supposed to be a really solid player. Doesn't have big numbers. He's just a real good football player. This is what a real good football player does. Comes right up, head on, stops him, waits for his teammates to come and finish the tackle off. But that presents a 3rd down and 8 now. Probably a passing down. Again, keep your eye on Randy Royal.
Good tackle there. And it stops the Eagles short. It's 3rd and long now for Delano McKinney. And he'll go to the air. He looks for Royal. He's got him. Royal close to the 1st down. And a flag is down.
That flag came after he caught it. Now, it might just be a late flag as far as the official getting the flag out of his pocket. And no, they're going to call a push-off. Now, is that on Randy Royal, or is that someone else setting a pick? Probably on Royal, because I think picks are actually legal in high school.
Yeah, it may. Here are the referees: Lawrence, McSood, Hessen, Bonacci, and Vogt.
Well, let's see if we can see the interference from ground level. It might be tough. He's going to throw the opposite side. That's 21. And well, you
didn't really see anything there.
I can't see anything there at all.
Somebody else around him, really.
It had to be committed by somebody else. I like the way Royal runs the route, though. Quick 3 yards up, runs a slant in with his body. Reminds me a little, I don't know how much you follow bad Big Ten football teams, but Dwayne Bates, wide receiver at Northwestern, who was hurt last year, who's 6'4", has the same style, just gets over the line of scrimmage, gets high, uses his body, and makes sure he catches it, no one else does. Now, if he can do stuff after the catch the way Bates does, this guy could be a college football player.
Yeah, in fact, when I played, we had a big tackle who was about 6'6", and we switched him to tight end on a couple of games where we could use his height on a quick slanting, just like that.
4th and long, so they're going to punt.
And the punt is off by Wesley Morgan. Caught at about the 43-yard line, brought back to about the 40-yard line. So great field position for the Bears.
Yeah, Jimmy Rhodes, he's the backup quarterback, a starting D-back. And he's one of those guys that at a lot of schools, he'd be the starting quarterback. Just they have two really good quarterbacks, and he might even get in a little bit today. He had a game over 200 yards passing against Kettering earlier in the year when starting quarterback Stahl was hurt. But we're going to see Tony Stahl start out at quarterback for the Bears.
The Bears have put up some good numbers, even though they're 1-2.
Well, penalty on that return against Berkley is going to take it back into Berkley field position. They were going to start off at the 40 of Ferndale, still at their own 45 is not a bad place to start a drive.
Tony Stoll, a quarterback on the other side, number 16. And they have an option team. Power eye right is where they start out. Stoll, the handoff to the tailback. And that is Anthony Jones.
Good tackle by Jerome Ferris. Jones got through the line quick. It looked like he was trying to make a cut to the outside. Ferris did a good job of not buying any of the fakes and just went right for his legs. Good tackle. Here you're going to see him juking a little bit. He just went right at the knees, right where you can't do any kind of misdirection, and brought him down.
Gain of about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7. Now they go to the I formation. 2 tight ends and a receiver split up top for Stoll. They hand off to the fullback. And a gain of maybe a couple yards there for the big fullback, John Burks.
That's John Burks, and we talked about him when they were on defense. And let's say from everything I've heard, this guy's a tremendous athlete. Randy Nara with the tackle. Burks, though, he's the guy who's the lead blocker. He frees up Anthony Jones to get all those yards that he gets. And then Burks himself, if he can get a few, it means the defense can't totally key on the tailback.
Bears with a 3rd down now and about 4.
Stacked backfield.
A long 3 and a power eye right. 2 tight ends and movement on the offensive line. False start, and that'll bring him back.
Yeah, they're all pointing over at Berkley, and so are the officials, and that's going to make a real tough situation for the Bears if, in fact, it's against them. False start, and the official, we're in the press box opposite the official, so he's always going to look at the PA guy.
Right on the other side. Watch right there. There it is.
And you know what's funny is that the defense is egging that on. Now, you know, in the NFL, that's not allowed anymore. If the defense forces it, it's a defensive penalty. And, you know, in that case, really, it doesn't... I think that's okay for what the defense did there. I don't think there should be a rule against that. It's what they try to prevent in the NFL is when a guy goes in and looks like he's going to jump on you and then comes back. Well, your natural inclination is to flinch.
To move, yeah.
So
be better with those big guys coming at you. There it is, 3rd and a little less than 10. Still the throw. Still getting pressured, and now he's going to have to eat the ball, and he does.
Tell you what, he wanted to get away. He was being dragged down. Finally had to get finished off by the rest of the team. But
Dorian Lyons came in there, number 67, to finish him off. Take a look at this rollout. But there was nowhere to go with this.
Justin Cleary's going to get to him and have him by the feet. Right about here, you can tell he's going to have to take off and run. Now he's over the line of scrimmage just barely. That's Cleary holding on for dear life, waiting for the rest of the guys to come up and finish the play. Like you said, Dorian Lyons finishing the play off. And Ferndale does a good job in their first defensive series, holding them to actually negative 1 yard.
The Bears had great field position. And now a high snap, and look at this. The high snap hurt them. They get it blocked.
Michael Davis with the block. Big play by Big 99, and he's the one who finishes the tackle. And, boy, you watch him. He couldn't believe he blocked it, and he couldn't find the ball. If he'd have seen the ball go back, he'd had a touchdown.
Yeah.
Great play, though. This guy unblocked. Had to be something they saw in scouting.
Yep, that high snap really hurt him.
Take a look, number 99. You're going to see him just come out of the right side of your screen. Right there, he blocks it. Now watch, he's looking left, and it's straight downfield. At this point, the punter's got to pick it up and just hope that the guy doesn't take it in for a touchdown. Big play for Ferndale. That's the kind of thing that gets you momentum early on.
Ferndale at the 15-yard line, just outside the 15-yard line. We call it the 16 of the Bears. 1st and 10. They go to the tailback, and he is hit hard. And that is Jake Perry.
Yeah, once again, Eric Welsh on the stop. He's the one who was stopping Perry the first time around. And this time he got through and actually made the tackle before he was just making the big hits and forcing other guys to get the tackle. They're going to have to come up with some sort of scheme to block that linebacker. Problem is, the guy that would normally pick him up is the fullback, Perry.
Wrapped around him. The guy that made the tackle got tackled.
Ferndale with a loss on the play, loss of about 3 yards. Quick pitch back to Perry. He has to bring it outside, but another loss. Big sack there by Randy Nara.
Yeah, Randy Nara, unblocked, was able to get through. And Jake Perry, for a half second there, I thought he might be trying to throw it, and then you could tell, no, this is just a sweep. And I just couldn't believe there wasn't any blocking there to run a sweep. And I think somebody somewhere missed an assignment.
Ferndale had the ball at the 15-yard line, has been knocked back to about the 27 now. Or, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's the 27.
They're probably in 4-down territory now.
Single back, they go to 3 split receivers. And overthrowing the intended receiver, and really the intended receiver, Mario Jones, didn't even make a move. He didn't know that was going his direction.
Delano McKinney's looking at the coaches. Obviously, some sort of miscommunication, but there's no point in even going for this. It's too high. You'd have to be about 6'7" to catch that.
4th down now. And since they're down deep in this territory, they're going to go for it here on 4th. And they're going for the end zone. Let's take a look. McKinney scrambling, fumble.
Well,
doesn't matter anyway. The Bears would have had it, but psychologically that does something to you.
Well, we were about to mention the reason you go for it at the 27-yard line is that you punt, big deal. You pick up 7 yards when the thing goes through the end zone. It's too far to kick a field goal. But now they're almost at the 40. It really is a negative. That's a huge loss.
The Berkley defense did a great job because Ferndale had it at the 15. They knocked them all the way back to the 39-yard line. So a very effective defensive series there for the Berkley Bears.
You thought about momentum going for Ferndale with that block punt. For Berkley to be able to negate that block punt, that's huge for them. It's another opportunity to get something going.
Tony Stoll, the quarterback, handing off to the first man through. No, fakes it. And they the refs, and that ruined the play.
Oh, and if I'm, Jim Cowdery's mad, and
I would get a free down out of this.
Oh, I would be so livid.
They better give him a free down after this.
This reminds me last week, the Avondale quarterback was fooling me upstairs on the option all day long, and I never knew he had it, but I'm way up here.
Well, I thought he handed it off, too.
Well,
take a look.
I was kind of laughing at you.
The fullback does a great job. Look at that. They stuck it right in.
This is what we had all last week, and upstairs it's really hard to tell.
Too.
But on the field, those officials have to know.
Yeah.
Oh.
If we can go back and just look at the beginning of that play, he sticks that ball right in, and a nice job by Anthony Jones for not getting hurt. If we can show it again, how far he sticks that ball in the fullback's gut and then pulls it right out. What a great job.
First down over.
By Tony Stoll.
Now let me show you something, too. He's going to get it right through there.
Right in there. He's got it.
But beyond
and then he pulls it right out.
We see the rest of this play. It's not that he was going to gain a couple of yards. He was going to gain about 30 yards.
Yeah,
score a touchdown.
Everybody went for that play.
And now they
do give him a first down over again.
Big deal, though.
Yeah.
I mean, that's nice.
That was almost a touchdown.
It's a great chance for Charlie Morgan to warn the defense to watch for
I'll tell you. Stoll again, this time roll out, and what happens? Instead of a big gain, they get a loss. So the Berkley Bears hurt on that play, and they lose about 5 yards. Yeah. Oh, what a...
I know we get kind of...
What a shame.
I know we tend to get on the refs too much sometimes, but look how huge that is. That's just... it changes everything.
Yeah. Well, everybody went for it. The cameraman, I called it. The refs went for it.
Well, yeah, and like I say...
The players on the field, they were all going after the fullback. I'll tell you.
It's punishing excellent execution.
When you run a play that well and you get punished for it. Stoll to throw. Going deep down the middle of the field. Double coverage. And a nice adjustment made down there by Matt Franco, but he just couldn't get to it.
Now, he was being screened off just a little bit by Mario Jones. Not enough that you could call a flag on it, but that did prevent him from getting to the ball.
Stoll going deep.
Yeah, he's got good time from his linemen. Yeah. He's got some pretty good linemen. Most of them are seniors. They're big guys, too. That 71 you saw there, Ryan Anderson, we'll talk about him in a minute. Biggest he just couldn't get it to him.
Franco was in between the two defenders and then made a nice adjustment to come back around to try to get to the ball. So instead of a first down, on that first play. They pick up a third now and a long, and stole the pitch. Back out, Anthony Jones, and he's cut down, and the Ferndale Eagles take advantage.
Oh, man.
Big time here on that missed call.
And again,
the stop made by Delano McKinney, the quarterback.
Not to harp on something, but they should be down at the 30-yard line right now.
Oh, yeah. Just a shame, but hey, you go on now and try to make the most of it. Here's the pitch, and Delano McKinney steps up here. One of the defensive backs on defense and the quarterback on offense, and now a punting down for the Berkley Bears. Oh, we're going to replay that play in our mind all night here, especially the Berkley Bear team. The punt is off by Jack Gittler. Gittler gets it to hop at the 33 and picked up at the 30, and what a gamble that was by number 5, Danielle Schwartz. If he would have been popped at the right time, he could have fumbled that one. That would have been a big play for the Bears. So let's take a look. Watch. At the last second, he decides to pick this up.
Yeah, that's one of those.
Whoa, and it's right on the fingertips.
You know, when they go over this in films on Monday, assuming that's the day they do it, they're going to say, hey, we're glad you held on to it. Don't ever do that again.
Yep, Einhorn on the tackle.
I think it's only going to roll another couple of feet. All you gained was about 3 yards. That's not worth risking a possession over, not deep in your own territory.
Ferndale Eagles now, their second possession, 2:06. You see the time left here in the first quarter, nothing there. In fact, a little bit of a loss there for the Eagles.
That Berkley defense is pretty much controlling things. You know, we've been talking about some of the same guys every time. Nara.
They go with Perry again.
Perry, Eric Welsh, and Ryan Anderson, number 71, playing defense here. I want to talk about him a little bit. He's 6'4", 285. You know, we've mentioned first game of the year, Brian Otney from Troy. First time ever that a lineman was the top player in Oakland County. Anderson's the number 19 player in Oakland County. He's also ranked the second best offensive lineman in Oakland County.
Perry trying to get something there. Before that carry, had 7 carries for -5, so he's trying to battle back from that poor average. And just as we say it, he comes up with a couple of yards.
And it's not the kind of -5 you usually think of where a guy gets 1-1-1, -20 or something like that. He's just losing 2 yards every time. It's not his fault. By the time he has the ball, there's 2 defenders in the backfield with him. The size and strength difference, you see Dwayne Jones, Ferndale athletic director, been here a long time.
Talking about Gershman, the athletic director at Berkley.
But yeah, the size and strength difference on the part of Berkley is going to wear down Ferndale by the fourth quarter. Ferndale has to get a lead early because it's going to be tough for them to hold on.
Make the pitch. Delano McKinney takes it himself, cuts upfield, and he's tripped up. Boy, he kind of looked like Randall Cunningham there for a little bit, but Randall probably would have flew in the air, pick up the first down. He was just short of the first down by about 3 yards.
Yeah, good defensive play, just a shoestring tackle, and I don't think he ever thought about throwing it. Look right here. He just takes off and goes, and he's just tripped up from behind. And that's like an early Randall Cunningham.
Yeah.
Randall Cunningham nowadays knows better. You throw it, you know. And I got a feeling, I think that's the play that's called there.
Punting down for the Eagles, and they go. Anthony Jones, did he touch it?
Well, he did now.
Well, he's got it now. And nothing but Eagles after him on the sideline. Get him out at about the 20, 21, 22-yard line. And the Berkley Bears will start there.
Tell you what, I don't mind what he did there. You know, that thing was over his head, and I think he thought, not going to try something with my back turned. Watch right here. He's going to decide, I'm not going to catch it with my back turned because you just don't know if you touch it. Now he's going to get up to the ball, and he knows he can kind of peek out of the corner of his eye. He knows he's got room to pick it up and does get some of that yardage back. I think that was a good decision by him. Good way to end the first quarter, no score.
And that'll do it for the first quarter here at Ferndale on homecoming for the Eagles. The Berkley Bears, nothing. The Ferndale Eagles, nothing. We'll be back with second quarter action right after this.
The Metro Detroit Ford dealers present The Locker Room with Kirk Gibson.
And there it goes!
And Gary Danielson.
Danielson to the ball, breaks up, back to throw, fires it in the end zone, touchdown, Freddie Scott!
Along with me, Eli Zaret, featuring the Ford Sports Classic, the Michigan sports moments so uniquely ours, and the Metro Detroit Ford dealers Question of the Week, the hot topics we debate along with you, midnight Sunday and more on Fox Sports Detroit.
Welcome back to the TCI Game of the Week. Tonight we're at Ferndale High School. They're at Hanson Field with the Berkley Bears and the Ferndale Eagles are battling it out in a scoreless tie after one quarter. And heading into the second quarter, the Berkley Bears will have it at about the 22-yard line. And starting there.
Got to make a mention, we talked about Ryan Anderson being the number 2 offensive lineman in Oakland County. Ferndale's Anthony Reeves, the number 5 offensive lineman. Now, I like him except for one thing. They asked him if you could be any South Park character, who would it be? He didn't watch it.
He doesn't watch South Park. So he won't be on the all Abramson team.
The all South Park team.
The all Abramson team
That's
at the
right.
end of the year.
Yeah.
Watch for that.
Fumble there, and Berkley able to get it back, but second down and long again, and they're just not getting things going. Take a look at the defense.
Good job
right
there.
through. Never had a chance. That's real quick.
Oh, Ferndale so close from getting that back.
Good recovery by Dan Omens. Talk about these other offensive linemen. Omens, good awareness.
Total yards for both teams. 2 for Berkley, 1 for Ferndale, and that's a shame because Berkley would have chalked up a lot on that one play. Now here they go. Anthony Jones around the side. If he just turned it outside, he tried to go inside, and there were nothing but brown jerseys there.
Well, that's just something you got to learn about reading your blocks. John Burks has his guy pinned. He's got him cornered.
Yeah.
You
Just
take that to the outside.
It's got
You got a guaranteed first down, and you don't know how much after that. Take a look. Watch number 33 in front if we can see him. Because he's going to cut right up here. Now, right here, 33's got the guy pinned. If he could have taken it to the outside.
Yeah, I think he rode him a little too close. He went in too close and got tripped up.
Well, you try to
Could've
cut
went
back
around
in. You've got all the trailers that can come back. You take it to the outside. If the farthest outside defender is pinned, you've got yardage, guaranteed.
Stole the throw. Got him. On the outside, he's got him. First down for the Bears. And that is number 30.
That's Randy Nara. Randy Nara on Rodney Huey. And the reason I knew he had him is Rodney Huey wasn't watching the ball. He's watching the receiver. And if you take a look here, it's a simple fade pattern. Nara's going to come out of the backfield. Stoll's going to throw it high, deep fade. And if you take a look at 30, his back's turned. Well, you can't tell from there, but 30 on the defense. Huey, his back's turned. He's watching the receiver, not the ball. All Nara had to do was make a quick adjustment and get to the ball. The only way Huey was going to stop that was to interfere.
First and 10 for the Bears. So the Bears on a roll now, starting to move the ball. At about the 37, 38-yard line, and he drew the defense off. First and 5 coming up.
Encroachment, and again, you can't go back in high school. Once you cross, the play's dead.
Good job by the quarterback, Tony Stoll. Take a look at Tony Stoll in his helmet and his face mask. Doesn't he remind you of a former Bear, speaking of Bears, former Bear quarterback?
Well, the greatest quarterback to ever play for the Bears.
Not the greatest, but I'm talking about Bob Avellini. Didn't he? He wore that helmet like that. Not that he was a great quarterback.
That's not a Jim McMahon face mask.
No, I think Tony Stoll.
And I thought, you know.
No. He reminded me of Bob Avellini. I don't know why that popped in my mind. Maybe my age.
Yeah, if you don't know who Bob Avellini is, by the way, anyone out there, that's the guy in the highlight films wearing number 7 who all he ever did was hand off to 34.
Walter Payton, that's right. And this is going to be close to a first, but not enough. They are short by about a yard and a half, maybe a yard here. Second down and 1. Nice run there by Jack Gittler.
Yeah, when you talk about Bears quarterbacks, there's only one. There's,
Oh, yeah. Bobby Douglas.
Oh. Okay, yeah, he won a Super Bowl.
He ran the ball as much as Walter did, though.
Yeah.
Power I in the backfield, 2 tight ends. The Stoll, and he goes to the air. The 2 tight ends release. Stoll is in trouble and finally gets some blocking. And he could take off if he wanted to, but he held up. He wanted to see if he could throw it.
There's a flag on the play, but who were you talking about? Randall Cunningham earlier?
Yeah.
There's Randall Cunningham out there.
No kidding.
And, I like the call. Second and 1 throw.
down.
You come back and get the run later, but that's usually going to have a hold by the time everyone's running around that much.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, and again, the official's facing the opposite press box because that's where the public address announcer is, so we're never going to see the referee's face.
So we'll see if we can make it out. Here, what a great job of getting out of this. Look at all his blockers are on the other side. He's got to get behind him.
Look like Bobby Douglas.
Yeah. The only reason I make the Bears references because you are a big Bear fan. Timeout down on the field called by the Bears.
It's been a long decade.
It's been a long game so far for these two teams. No scoring. And not much offense as we've seen so far.
Not any offense, really. The one play that could have been, the refs decided not to let that happen, and you don't want to keep harping on it, but in a 0-0 game, that can be the thing that changes everything.
Yeah, so it's a close contest. Next week, another good one, I think. Good matchup. The Falcons against the Lake Orion Dragons. That's Saturday and Monday at 8 p.m. right here on TCI Sports. And Joe.
Darren Tooley.
Yeah.
Lake Orion quarterback.
We
one of the
saw
best
him
quarterbacks.
last year, yeah.
One of the best quarterbacks in Oakland County. I think after 3 games, he had 9 touchdown passes, almost 1,000 yards after 3 games. And this guy's
very impressive. Last season, we saw him.
Real good quarterback.
He can throw the ball and has shown us some great things in the past. Big game next week.
I'll tell you what,
There's Don McNeil. Don't forget, we got basketball coming up, hopefully, after this football season.
Hey,
and we'll see Don McNeil.
That's right. That's the new coach at Berkley.
Jim Cowdery.
Darren
10 years
Tooley, for what
coaching.
it's worth, we keep talking about where these guys are ranked. Darren Tooley is ranked the 3rd best football player in Oakland County, and this is a year, means he's the top quarterback. There's a lot of good quarterbacks this year in this county. That's a tough bunch of guys to be ahead of.
John Burks stacked up, not much there. It'll bring up third down and long for the Berkley Bears.
Here's where
penalties penalties have killed both teams.
Well, I'll tell you, we talked to Jim Cowdery before the game, and he said, hey, we can't have turnovers, can't have penalties, things like that kill you. And what's killed them so far? Well, an inadvertent whistle for one, but they had 2nd and 1. Now they've got 3rd and 10 because of a penalty. They had a blocked punt, which is really a turnover. All those things are killing their field position.
Tony Stoll, the quarterback, 3rd and 10, drops back, he's got time, rolls out, throws downfield and complete for the first down and dropped.
Rolled out of bounds? No.
Did it go out of bounds?
No. Did he get it?
Did he have control?
I think it did get out of bounds. Can't tell. 34 for Ferndale, jumped on top of it, Ezra Tillman. And they've got an injured player out there too. I'll tell you what it is that it rolled back. It's not a first down. Now, I want you to watch number 2. We're talking about Anthony Jones, and you couldn't see it there. He made the play happen. He picked up the blitzing linebacker. He freed up the quarterback Stoll to make that pass. Now, after the fumble, that's a good catch. I think it rolled out of bounds this side of the first down marker. Now, he had gotten the first down, but when it rolled out of bounds, it came backwards, so now it's 4th down and 1.
Jerome Ferris, who made the tackle, is down. And I think he either got the wind knocked out of him or was hit hard in the head here. Let's take a look. Here he does a nice job of popping the ball loose. And I think he did it with his helmet. Now he throws him down.
Yeah, that's any of a number of things.
Yeah. His neck is kind of crunched under there, too.
He looks a little tentative getting up.
Yeah.
And the best thing is just let him sit there and wait till he feels better. One of the things, if you get the wind knocked out of you or if you get knocked in the head, either way, you just feel real sick. And it's just going to take a while for him to stand up.
Yeah, I think the way he came down, something happened there.
Well, he's coughing down there. That's where I think he might be just feeling real sick right now, and that can happen when you get hit that hard. Especially if you get hit in the head, too. He got hit. He took a knee to the stomach and then landed on his neck.
Yeah, that's right. He rolled around on his neck, and that helmet will make your head go in different directions you don't want to go. He's up now, gets a nice round of applause, and he needs some help getting off. He is not looking very strong going off. He is hunched over. No, I just hope he makes it off the field. He does not look good. Oh, man. Well, Jerome Ferris, we wish him the best.
Yeah, oh, man. I'll be honest with you, I won't be surprised if he comes back. I think he's just sick.
I hope that's all it is. 4th down, and they're going to go for it. The ball at the 45-yard line. 4th and 1.
You know what this is? Hey, the defense has stopped them all day. This is faith in your defense on the Berkley part.
Tony Stoll with signals. Hand up to the tailback. Anthony Jones breaks through for the first down and more. Both their biggest gains on the ground, and they get it on a 4th and 1. And Jones breaks into Ferndale territory. The ball at about the 48-yard line.
It's also faith in your fullback and your offensive line.
Nice
knows
read.
They're going to open up the holes, and look at that easy run.
Did a nice job of reading the block that time and getting through.
Good blocking up front, especially Justin Kerr opening the hole for him.
Anthony Jones picks up the first down for the Berkley Bears. I formation, and this time they give it to the fullback. And that's where that fake really comes in big, as the big fullback, John Burks, number 33, comes through with another first down.
Well, and let's clarify, that's not really a fake what we saw before either. This is an option that they run, and Cowdery told us beforehand, they run the triple option, and the first option is give to the fullback. It's the quarterback's decision whether or not he lets go of that football. That time he let go of it. If not, he takes it, and then he either keeps it or pitches it out. That first time we saw it, he chose to keep it.
Yeah.
So it's not so much a fake, it works out like a fake, but it's just a big option. The quarterback has to be smart enough to make the right decision.
He takes it himself, and this is the play we could have saw the other way. And look at this. Anthony Jones down the sideline. Does he get in? Touchdown.
Now, unbelievable play. I want to see it again for one thing. I want to watch that pitch on the option. Remember, it's legal to pitch it backwards once you cross the line of scrimmage, which undoubtedly Stoll had done. I want to make sure he pitched it backwards.
37 yards.
Great play.
On the touchdown run.
He decides, keep it. Now he keeps it.
He keeps it.
And fake the cameraman
Look at that.
out.
Everybody's still going for him, too. Look at the...
Well, we went through this last week in Avondale. But at this point now, we can't tell from up here. He'd already pitched it, but I'll tell you if that was close. Real close to pitching it forward, which is an illegal forward pass. But officials say it's a good call, good pitch, touchdown. Great play.
The extra point attempt here. The kick is up, and it's no good. Jimmy Vicky, the kicker, misses the extra point.
Now the question is, how many yards of that rush does Andy Glansman give to the quarterback, and how many yards does he give to the running back? Because officially, that running back doesn't get a rushing attempt. He gets 0 carry for all those free yards. It's great for your average.
Well, we have a 37-yard touchdown run, but we'll see what Andy does here.
You're going to give him all those yards? He's going to toss a coin on it. Okay.
Joe, will you let Andy do his job, all right?
I just like making him sweat.
Well, we saw the explosiveness there of Anthony Jones, but I'll tell you what, it's the quarterback, Tony Stoll, that makes it happen for the Berkley Bears.
Well,
the way he runs that option, and hey, the head coach was telling us about it, Jim Cowdery, how good he is, and
like
he's a
we
junior.
just said, it's not a fake. It's a decision that guy makes every play, and he waits till the very last second. That's so hard to do without fumbling. And that time he decided, I'm not giving it to Burks at the last second. And I almost think he waits for someone to tackle this guy. Tackles the fullback, I'm taking it back. Runs downfield, waits till the last minute, pitches it out, got himself a touchdown that play.
The kickoff taken at about the 20-yard line, straight up the middle. And a nice run there for the Berkley Bears, number 8, Justin Cleary.
For the Ferndale Eagles, number 8.
I'm sorry, for the Ferndale Eagles.
Him too.
The Ferndale Bears.
And
what game am I watching?
Ferndale once again with good field position, and Cleary did a good job just taking it when he got it and just going up the middle. He's not the deep guy. The return's not set up for him, and he knows it. So what do you do when it comes to you? Just run forward till they tackle you. Don't try anything too fancy. And he got him great field position.
Tony Stoll's got me mixed up. I don't know what team I'm calling out there. He's got all of us fooled. The refs, us up here, cameras, announcer on the other side of the field. Here's a run for about 4 or 5 yards and a flag, a late flag, and usually that's a big penalty.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's going to be a personal foul, unnecessary roughness against Berkley, and it's just a little over exuberance. It wasn't a late hit on the ball carrier. It was a lineman and a blocker going up against each other, and after the whistle blew, the Berkley guy kept pushing him backwards. Not that long after the whistle blew. I don't know if it's, I guess to the letter of the law, yeah, he committed the foul. It's to the official's discretion whether or not to call it. And this time he chose to call it.
Well, we knew it was a big penalty, and it is. It brings the ball inside the 40-yard line to the 39-yard line of Berkley. So the Ferndale Eagles In good position right now to get on the board.
Jim Cowdery pointing at his defense saying, think, don't fall for that.
And off to Jake Perry. He's hit for a loss.
That's a great way to make up for it. Nick Wood got there before Perry had the ball, and he stopped him for a loss. That's thinking. That's using your strength and using your brain and getting to the guy quick.
Second down and 11.
But yeah, Jim Cowdery's telling those guys, hey, if the Ferndale guy is going to keep pushing you, just let him. The whistle blew, let him get the penalty. Don't push him back. And it just happened to be, I think they were both pushing, but it was the Ferndale guy that fell over, so the Berkley guy gets the foul.
Eagles lost about a yard. And a penalty on the Eagles. Randy Royal, he moved a little too quick.
I'll tell you what, Randy Royal, I know what he sees. His eyes got wide. He's got number 17 guarding him. That's Matt Franco. He's a tight end wide receiver on offense. But Matt Franco's 5'10", 170. Now Randy Royal, 6'3", he's saying, oh man, just throw it to me. Throw it high and I'm going to catch it. And tell you what, Matt Franco, it was low enough for him to make the play. You got to throw it up higher. I would run the fade for this guy, though. If he's got a 5'10" guy guarding him, run him to the corner.
Well, we saw how penalties really hurt the teams in the first quarter, and now that knocks the Eagles back and makes it 3rd and 13. Gain of a few yards, gets it back across the original line of scrimmage for Perry. They are running Perry a lot, and I'm really surprised at that, Joe. They're not really mixing it up at all.
No, not doing much of anything, and I don't know if they're just trying to win the field position battle and hoping that they can get a touchdown and get the extra point and be leading 7-6, but it is a very conservative offensive attack that they've put out tonight.
Fourth down and about 6. And another loss, and the Berkley defense stands up tall and stops the Ferndale Eagles after they had great field position and an opportunity to score.
Well, right after they start picking on Matt Franco because of his size, he makes 2 big plays. He knocks down the pass intended for Royal, and here after Perry picks up his own fumble, it's number 17 Franco that makes the tackle and prevents Perry from even getting to the line of scrimmage and gives Berkley great field position once again. And with 5 minutes, even running the option, they've got plenty of time to get it down the field and score again before halftime.
First and 10 now for the Berkley Bears. Tony Stoll. I formation in the backfield. They go to the tailback. Anthony Jones breaks one tackle, still on his feet, and a nice job just to even get a couple of yards out of that.
Randy Royal finished it off, but give credit where it's due. Joseph DeVita is the one who should get the tackle. Yeah, he breaks away from him, but it's DeVita who gets into the backfield and prevents Jones from getting any kind of momentum going. Slows him up enough here that really he's already going down by the time Royal makes that play. Good penetration by DeVita.
There you see number 21, Randy Royal.
Being a multi-sport offense-defense player, he's got the right number.
Yeah, sure does. One of your favorites, prime time.
Future Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Stoll fakes it again, takes it on the option, pitches out, and look at this, deja vu.
Well, yeah, and this time I'm going to apologize for before, and that's probably a face mask. Because that was right parallel with us, and he does pitch it back. And that's as much credit to Jones as it is to Stoll. He always looks like he's always going to be 3 steps back, and it's going to ensure that that pitch goes backwards.
See which way this penalty is going. Another great option run there by Stoll and Jones.
Where he hit? On the offense.
On the offense, so that knocks it back.
All right, now it's from the spot, and it should be second down again.
Take a look here at the option. Let's see what they're going to do otherwise. He's back. Yep, there it is. He throws it out there so that he can go out there and catch it. Nice job.
Now
this way he doesn't have to stutter step to get it. He throws it, keeps him running.
Yeah, now from there you can't see anything that went wrong. So obviously it was something out of our picture. that was cause for the penalty. What it really does is give them the same 2nd down and 7 that they had before. By the time you take the penalty back, it's still 2nd down. They still got the same amount of yards. Just run the option to the left side instead of the right.
They gain a yard out of it.
Yeah. Now the running back does get all those rushing yards, and then the penalty yards come after the play. I just like to make Andy look.
High formation, 1 receiver split here to the bottom of the screen. They go to the fullback. John Burks, not much there. It'll bring up a 3rd and about 4 or 5. Yep, 4.
If you're Ferndale,
or 6, excuse me.
What you do now, one of the little keys I think you start working on here. Watch this. You want to know when John Burks has the ball? Watch the quarterback. When the quarterback stops moving, he doesn't have it anymore. He's got to. One thing he's got to do better is
follow
keep
through on his play.
Keep carrying that fake. After you hand it off to Burks, get someone to hit you.
Yeah.
Make somebody tackle you. They're tackling Burks when he doesn't have it.
Follow through and run that fake and pretend you have the ball on your hip or something, because they'll go for that. They've been going for it. 3rd and 6 now. 3 minutes left here in the first half. 6-0 Berkley. Going to the air. Stoll to throw. Going across the middle of the field. Intended down there for Randy Nara.
Yeah, good defensive play by Deion Carson. I'll tell you what, he had Matt Franco down the field in double coverage. Franco seemed to have a step on everybody. I thought he was going to try to get it to him. But I'll tell you what, he had Nara at the 1st down marker. He threw it just far enough to get it, and he just couldn't account for a good defensive play, and he barely got a finger on it. But Carson made the play. That's good defense. There's nothing wrong with the offensive decision there. That's just a good play by a defensive back.
That'll bring up 4th down and 6 now for the Bears, and a punting down and back to receive. Here's number 5, Yell Schwartz.
Well, let's watch this guy.
And number 4, Wesley Morgan.
Watch 99. That's the guy that blocked it before. He's on the right end.
And he does get it off this time, and a good snap to him. It'll be Schwartz. Schwartz up the middle of the field, and he's hit immediately at about the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Ferndale Eagles with 2:41 left here in the 2nd quarter.
That's plenty of time when you've got a receiver that can get downfield quick. If you can just get the ball to him. What I think, though, you've got to do right now when they send someone downfield, it's always Randy Royal. You've got to send a 2nd guy down there, make them cover more than one guy.
And TCI 63 brings you the Master Anglers every Thursday night at 8 o'clock. Don't forget to tune in and see that man there, Mark Gomez, as he hosts the Master Anglers program. Gives you fishing tips in and around the state of Michigan. And we go to the action flag down as we see it fly in, and spun around is Schwartz, Demiel Schwartz, but getting in there is Jack Gittler, number 42, on the tackle.
Oh man, he wasn't kidding around. You know, we've seen Gittler make a couple of defensive plays, and that's going to come back anyway on the hold. He's also done some good plays offensively at the fullback position as the 2nd back, as the 2nd fullback in a 3-back
Watch
backfield.
in slow motion as he spins, stops him right.
You're going nowhere, big guy.
And he did it with his arm too, pretty much.
And guess what? He's the guy that got held.
Wow.
That flag was right in front of him.
Yeah, right in that direction. And you see Demiel Schwartz in there.
Tell you what this does. It gives you a 1st down in about 22, 23 with 2:33 in the clock running. Now I think if you're Ferndale, you take all the time you can and just hope that you can get out of this half without Berkley getting good field position.
And this has been the story all night with Ferndale, trying to dig out of a hole. 1st and 20. They go to the air, and he's just lucky to get that one off in the direction of Randy Royal.
Well, you know what? He's got another guy downfield in Patrick McCullough, but you know what? They're not even respecting the fact that McCullough's downfield. All they're doing is watching Randy Royal. They know he's not throwing to anybody else. I think he's got to throw to another receiver, even if it's incomplete, just to make the defense believe that he'll throw to somebody else.
Three receivers split, one man in the backfield. The pitch goes back to Schwartz. Schwartz has some room, cuts it outside, and runs into traffic there, trying to get it back at least to the line of scrimmage, original line of scrimmage.
And Franco again.
Close, but not enough. Timeout down on the field.
Should be by Berkley, I would think.
And I think they do, yes. They call it. They want to get the ball back with 2 minutes left, and they're going to get good field position.
Take a look, number 17, Matt Franco. He's going to make the tackle again. He's got some guys jumping on after him, but that's that little D-back back there doing it a lot. He's got Eric Wells jumping on afterwards, but the 5'10", 170-pound corner is the one making the plays.
Now, unless Ferndale gets a great punt off here, the
it's third
Berkley
down.
Bears should have good field position.
It's third down. What they're trying to do is,
yeah.
I think what Berkley's thinking is if we can have a minute and a half, hey, can easily get it there.
Inside mountain biking, Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. and Saturdays at 11 p.m. Is that banner all right?
It's banner all right.
No, that's Jamie Smith on the right and Carol Patrick there.
Okay.
Well, you got it right. He's on the right. Jamie Smith and Carol Patrick host that program, so don't forget to tune in there.
You watch that? I know you got a bike. You're a mountain biker, aren't you?
I do have a mountain bike.
Do you really?
But you know, mine's got a little kid seat in the back.
Mine is
So
training wheels.
I don't use his training wheels. Yeah, the way I ride, sometimes I need them too. No. Yeah, no, we don't go uphill with the baby seat.
Okay.
A lot of fun.
My sisters do that. I don't ride a bike.
Yeah, well, they should watch that show then.
They're gonna. I think they were gonna quick kick.
Punt. Yeah. I thought they were gonna punt, do a quick kick with.
And you know
Danielle
what?
Schwartz.
Big fella Ryan Anderson said, "No, you try that. I'm blocking this thing." Oh.
They were gonna
timeout
do
again. Timeout again for Berkley, and they're gonna have great field position. But I think that's a quick kick.
Yeah. The way he had the ball down, looked like he was ready to kick
he was kicking it.
And it would have been a smart play, too, because it really would have helped the Eagles out without a return.
And it's a smart play not to kick it after that.
Yeah, and that, too.
I kicked this, we're dead. Especially because once you pitch it to another guy, there is no roughing the kicker anymore, so they can go all out at you.
Ready?
Fourth down. For the Berkley Bears on the sideline here. We see the cheerleaders with the moon in the background. Clear night.
Early autumn.
1:53 left here in the first half. And the Ferndale Eagles forced to punt here.
Tell you what, we're going to find out whether or not Berkley has a punt block in the game plan for tonight. Because if they do, it's coming right now. And if not, well, then Anthony Jones is going to get to run one back.
Well, their defense has come up big.
And we talked about Randy Royal wearing the right number. Let's remember what number Dion wore in college.
Yep, and Anthony Jones back there, number 2. What Dion wore, and here he is. Oh, Anthony Jones gets a good hop as he picks it up, trying to get outside, and he just took his time a little too long to try to turn that corner.
Well, you know what? He
gets
waited
out at the 45-yard line.
When Royal's the one there waiting to make sure he got out, he was waiting for the block to get set up, and it was just slow developing. But Robert Wittenberg bought him a couple of yards, and there was just too many guys for Wittenberg to block. You know, it was one guy against 4. But yeah, he did wait for that to set up, and maybe here you just kind of take it out and go with it. But that's just something that he'll develop his instincts and get better at that. But you know what? They still hit a minute 39. They've got 55 yards to go. That's plenty of time. The only thing they don't have a lot of is timeouts because they had to use them on defense.
Yeah. Let's see what the Bears can do now. 1:39. And they've got to go 55 yards to get in the end zone.
And remember, we were told something we might see right now.
Yeah.
Halfback option.
Take a look. See if they go for that now. Nope. He stole.
Good move.
Going deep, right down the middle of the field. Intercepted by Ferndale at the 20-yard line.
That pass was short. Good defensive play by Justin Cleary, looking for Matt Franco, but or was that? No, that's not Justin Cleary. I'm sorry, Mario Jones.
Mario Jones with the interception.
Still impressed by Stoll. Watch this. No panic here, though. Watch this. He's just gonna step up. Here it's coming. Boom. Nothing. No big deal. Still set up. Step into it. Throw it nice and deep. He just can't get it that far. I think that's as far as he can throw it. And Matt Franco's just a yard too deep, and Mario Jones is there to make the pickoff. And now I think if you're Ferndale, you sit on it. Don't goof around here. Only a sophomore.
Sophomore. And he hung back there and just waited for that to come down in his hands. 1:31 left. And they stay with the run. Try to run this clock out here in the first half. A little extra pushing going on between Thaddeus Burrell for Ferndale and number 15 for Berkley.
Jimmy Rhodes.
Jimmy Rhodes.
It's going to happen downfield. You guys are blocking and stuff. That's just normal football. But yeah, Ferndale's going to take their own sweet time getting these plays off. I don't think they care if they actually get one off here. They just want that clock to run out. All things considered, going in down 6-0 at halftime is not a big deal.
Oh, Perry collides down there with Jack Gittler.
Oh, they both are going to feel that one. Perry's really feeling it. Yep. That was brutal.
Yeah. Here's what happens when the offense and the defense collide. Sounded louder up here.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, always when it happens the first time, you're really impressed. And those two, not like a brick wall there. Perry again on the run, and then this will kill the clock.
To the first down. And he's hurt.
And stop the clock, actually.
He doesn't want to get
He's
up.
getting up.
Well, he is. Boy, you know what? I don't even think he's hurt. I think he's exhausted.
And a timeout called by Ferndale with 9 seconds left.
You just hope this doesn't backfire on you.
Yeah.
You're still 65 yards away from the end zone. You're only going to get, at best, 2 plays off here.
Homecoming night here for the Ferndale Eagles. And they have played tough against the Berkley Bears, but in retrospect, we look back here the first half, it's been penalties that have just killed the Ferndale Eagles. The Berkley Bears, something to jump about. They're up 6-0.
Now you got to throw it deep.
They're really shaking the stands up here. Did you hear we had an earthquake today?
Yeah, I didn't feel it.
I didn't feel it.
They said the first one since '86 in Michigan. I was in one in California once when I felt it. It wasn't one of the big ones, but still, I felt that. So, oh well. So I missed an earthquake.
It was probably similar to the Berkley fans here jumping in the stands. Perry breaks it, going outside. Perry down the sidelines and driven out of bounds at about the 49-yard line of
Home
Berkley.
crowd timekeeper.
1 second left. Yeah.
Got to like that home timekeeper. That, you know, I'm sitting there going, all right, you called timeout to do this, but now, you know what? He got
they go,
to the
watch.
50. Now you try and throw it deep.
They got to line up right now.
He got out of bounds.
Start.
Yeah, he got out of bounds.
Yeah, okay. Oh, okay.
Got out of bounds, so that's fine. But now it's 50 yards. If there's any trick plays in the bag, you do them now. Look for maybe a hook and ladder or something like that. Randy Royal split by himself left. 2 receivers split right.
Yeah. The players fooled me. I thought they were scrambling like they didn't mark it out of bounds. Down the sideline and in and out of the hands of Randy Royal, and that will end the first half here at Ferndale.
Franco again on the play. This guy, ever since I picked on him for his size, he's made play after play on defense.
There is number 17 right behind Anthony Jones.
He was in on the play too.
Yeah.
He's having a good game himself.
Yes, he is. He's got the touchdown, the lone score for tonight. The Berkley Bears have it 6-0. The Bears over the Eagles. We'll be back right after this.
I'm the king.
The rock and roll?
No coupons. I'm Mike Gauthier. Some people call me the king of coupons because nobody brings you bigger savings than my market share coupon book. Having trouble saving money? Then do what the Tripp family does. Carry the book, Mike's Market Share Coupon Book. You'll save thousands on things you use every day, like eyeglasses, oil changes, and cleaning from companies you trust. But you can't save unless you carry the book. Remember, you'll save a king's ransom using my Market Share Coupon Book.
Rumor has it, Comet Burgers is definitely the place to be seen in downtown Royal Oak. After the party, out for dinner, just looking for cold soft drinks, great burgers and fries, milkshakes or pizzas. Comet Burgers is the place to run into just about anybody.
Excuse me. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Even old what's-his-name. Comet Burgers, they're out of this world.
When you call Modernistic, we'll show up with this. $35,000 worth of carpet and upholstery cleaning technology. Call the competition. They'll probably show up with this. Our truck-mounted equipment can professionally clean your carpets with 10 times the power of portable cleaners, removing dirt, harmful bacteria, pollens, and more. The competition can't! Of course, there is one thing the competition does that we can't. They make a lot more noise!
Modernistic, count on us!
So the tire store guy says, great deal on them tires. You want valve stems? No thanks. Your tires won't work without valve stems. They're extra. Then he told me all the other extras I needed. So guess what happened to my great deal on them tires?
Only Bell Tire gives you out-the-door pricing. You get the guaranteed lowest price, and at Bell Tire, it's the total, complete, everything's included price with absolutely no extras ever.
Bell Tire.
Nobody comes close, nobody's closer.